Welcome to Dragonfly Trading. My name is Carrie. I'm a full-time trader, mentor in the crypto and Forex markets. Today's video is going to be an update on the SPX, oil, and Bitcoin. Not financial advice, just the way that I see the market. In the description below are several links. 40% off the Discord for the month of July. Take advantage of that. Also, take a look at my website, see what the course is about. It is for beginners and advanced traders. It's a complete system. Also, there's a link for the indicators for Unreked. All right, let's get started. So we are on the SP 500. As you can see, we have this high peak in RSI, and then we are creating this bearish divergence. This is suggesting that this is a third. The market reset itself to the bullish range, suggesting this is a fourth, finding support on the base channel, and this is a fifth to the upside. Now the question is this fifth wave going to get bigger? Or is it coming to an end? We're going to dive deep and see if we can come up with some clarity here. Can the market put in a higher degree third up here? It can. But it will need to overtake this extreme. Okay? It's very possible because this area down here is difficult. And there could be a series of 1-2s in there. Okay? So it's not suggesting that we are going to crash. Okay? But if we are going to extend higher, I would not want to see us break this 2-4 trend line here. Trend line coming from wave 2 to 4. If the market intends to continue, it usually does not break this trend line. Okay, you can draw that in for yourself. All right, let's head down a little lower here and take a look at this last leg. Again, the market has this high peak, suggesting this is the third wave before the bearish divergence between the third and the fifth. Now we're creating bearish divergence again. Okay, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it's pretty clear here. Now the question is this leg going to extend higher? Okay, again, we have the highest peak right here, which is the third before the major third. Divergence between the third and the fifth, and now we're creating divergence again. We created it between the third and the fifth, suggesting that the fifth is in. Invalidation for this being a fourth wave is coming into 35.82, and we are very, very close. It just pivoted off that. Okay. How this can extend higher is that this 5 waves is a 1, and it intends to meet resistance and come down for a wave 2. Invalidation for that is this low at approximately 21.87. This could be a 1 and a 2, and it could extend much higher, extending out this fifth wave. Okay, this is something we're going to have to wait and see on. There's no way to predict or this. We're just going to have to wait and see. All right, let's dive into this correction. I see the correction right now is A, B, C. The C could be over at this pivot low. We're going to dive into this little area here. But if it finds resistance where it is now, at approximately in this order block, or it's able to climb up to this one, but not overtake it, I will see it as this white 4, meaning that we're going to come down for a 5. Now a C wave can come that deep. We will not know for sure if it's the ABC or it's the 5-wave move until we see what do we get off the bottom. Do we get a 5-wave move or do we create a 3-wave move? Okay. The 3-wave move would suggest that we're coming much deeper because what starts with 5 ends with 5. And we will have to flip to see, do we not overtake this bottom when the next 5 waves comes? But maybe either here or another rollover, we come out of here in 5 waves and it's over. Okay. But it's going to have to be one of those wait and see things. All right. Let's take a look at this bounce. This first wave can be argued that it's a 5-wave move, which suggests that it's a wave 1 or an A wave of a zigzag. We have a pullback that could be a 2 or a B wave. We are in the process of making a 5-wave move here. At this point is when it can become ABC. It can even extend up to the 1-to-1 here with this 5th wave. At this point, after its 5th wave is in, it's either going to be a corrective move of ABC, which leads us into that 4th wave, or it's going to come down corrective and make a 2 here, creating a 1-2, 1-2. What I would like to see to give me more confidence that it is creating a 1-2, 1-2 is for this 5th wave to get up pretty high and the 2 to pull back and find support in this area. 1-2, 1-2s, this is the way they happen. The second 2 finds support on top of the first 1. It doesn't have to, but it gives you more confidence that that is what's taking place. Also, we would need a corrective move here. We don't want to see 5 waves that dumps down and invalidates coming into 37, 38. This will guarantee that we are continuing this trend back here and coming deeper for a C leg. Okay? All right, let's move over to oil. I see oil as a big wave 1 because it had this extreme dump down. Okay? We have a high peak in RSI suggesting 3rd. This to me looks like a 4th. The market has reset itself into the bullish range, creating bullish divergence. This is an upwards motion and this is a downwards motion. Perfect reset for a 4. I believe that this has a 5th wave to go. Let's go down lower. This correction to me looks like a WXY with a 3-wave move in the middle. This is a 3-wave move down, X, and now we've created a zigzag that could be done. Now, I don't like it that it extended past the 618. I would have expected this wave to come down to the 1-to-1. The way that it can do that is that we have ABC, it creates ABC up, and then a wave to the downside, creating a three-wave move for Y. So it can extend this fourth wave out. I'm kind of leaning that way based on the fact that it came under the 618 and it's in between these two fib levels. And it didn't come to the bottom of the channel, and usually that is what WXYs do. Okay. Let's take a look at this move to the upside. If this is going to create a five-wave move, we need a fifth wave. In the middle, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And looking at RSI, we have a high peak. We haven't created a fifth wave yet, with the divergence between the third and the fifth. This is suggesting our fifth is not in. If it's starting now, we don't want to come under 101.74. This is very choppy and ugly looking, but it could be the start of the fifth. If it fails to make a fifth wave, then this move is going to be an A, a B, and a C, and it will move back down to the downside. What it can also do is create A, B, C. Now it's created a three-wave move, which is X. This is W. And now this choppy move is trying to create a Y wave. When we go up on a higher time frame, this is where the X or the B wave comes in. Then this three-wave move will get a partner, bringing it down to probably the bottom of the channel for this Y, hitting the 1-to-1 at 88.80. Okay, then I see us going up for a fifth wave. All right, let's move over to Bitcoin. We will be closing a weekly candle. Let's make it bigger here so we can see it. What we don't want to see happen is a dump down to approximately 20,000. What that will create is a green body with a big wick. We don't want to see that, okay? It would be a bearish candle, okay? Better that it's like it is now, where we have an equal body and an equal wick, okay? It's not so bearish that way. All right, let's take a look at also in RSI, we are very buried. Now I say this every video, okay? And I also say every video that I feel that we need a divergence, okay? At least a daily or 2-day. And right now, if we were to roll over, we would create it, okay? We'll talk about what's happening here in a second. All right. Quickly, we're going to go over our support and resistances if this is your first time tuning into my channel. Bear with me, those of you that have seen this. We have the gap above us. We are at the 200 moving average. That is this line in red. The line in blue is the 300 moving average weekly. As you can see, we have hit it and rejected right now. If we can break that area and break 24,000, we have a good chance of running up and filling this gap. If we lose it, approximately 17,800, we're most likely, probability-wise, because of this insufficiency, we will drop down to approximately 12,000. And we also have a gap down here around 9,000. We're still under the impression that this could be a fourth wave. We're also talking about that if it comes into our wave 1, that it will be a wave 2. This is another we're going to have to wait and see. We are underneath the white acceleration channel and underneath the base channel. This is something that's not good. Okay, this suggests a 2 instead of a 4. Also, we have a channel here on this correction that we have back tested and rejected off of. Okay. Okay, WXY. If it's going to create the blue WXY, we need to pivot now. Because I don't allow my WXYs to come past the 1.382. Okay, we would need to pivot. The question is, are we pivoting in just a rally that would create an X or a B? And then we get a partner leg for this that would probably come to 12,000. Or are we pivoting with a 5-wave move that could potentially turn the market? Okay. Yellow A, B, C. The ABC can come deeper to the 1.618 at 14,500. Any deeper than that, and I will assume that it is the white third wave, especially if we roll over again and we bounce in 3 and bonk our heads on this order block. That will become white 4, and we will come down for another 5 waves. At this point, if this happens, we'll have to ask ourselves, is it this ABC? Because it is allowed to come to the 2.236 at 9,200. But the same rules apply that we have to leave here in a 5-wave move. Okay? Any 3-wave move will not be good. It will suggest a much deeper correction, but we will worry about that when the time comes. So it's all boiling down to what is happening right here. Okay, so in my last video, we were looking at this bullish option where this was bullish and we were going to make a 5-wave move potentially or an ABC to take us up into this zone. As it stands right now, we have come into R1 without creating a 5th wave to the upside up to the 2.236. In the middle, we had white, yellow 1, 2, 3. This should be 4 and 5 into the white third. But we have come into R1, which has invalidated it. In my last video, I showed an expanding diagonal. This is on the table also, okay? But we've invalidated R1 regardless. So because of that, okay, it cannot be this count, but there is an alternative that we are creating a middle correction, okay, that is like this, okay, where this is a 3-wave move. This is a 3-wave move. And now we will create 3 or 5 to the downside. This will end up being a B wave, can also be an X. And that now we will use this leg over here. Okay? Now let me explain this a little bit more. This B or 2 or X can come deeper. Right now we're almost to the 618. It definitely can come down to these lower extensions. It can even come lower than that. To the 1.618. I still feel that if we lose this weekly 300, that the market will just come on down. Okay? So really 17,500 is kind of the line in the sand. There's no support under there. We need to hold these upper extensions or this 618. This wave can come down in 3 waves or 5, okay? Creating this M pattern and then pivot. If we pivot and let me say it this way. If we come deeper, okay, this wave to the upside can do the exact same thing, find resistance at the 200 MA and never get through there, and that is a 4th wave. If we can break through bullish, all of this area, again, is an insufficiency, and we have a really good chance of coming up here for a C wave or turning this into an impulse wave. Now, I don't like this as a 2, but it doesn't mean that it can't be one. Invalidation for a 2 is breaking this low. I don't like it because of how long it's took. Okay? Usually, wave 2s don't take this long. Usually, it's a B wave or an X wave, but it's still on the table. This is the bullish scenario. The bearish scenario is that we created a WXY and that this is going to create a diagonal, or it's going to continue to come down, continuing this trend in a 5-wave move. If that is the case, this Y wave should be done and we will not come back over that high. Okay. If we continue up here, there's one more case, of course, that it's creating a bigger 3-wave move and it has one more hit up with a zigzag. Okay. So how will we know? Well, I wouldn't think that it would get much past the 1.236, and that if we do come up in a zigzag here, we will get a harsh rejection of 5 waves. This is telling us that the bear scenario is on its way. Okay. Or if this is plans to hold the 618, we will see 5 waves here that will overtake this extension. I've had a comment one time that said, how do you know with all these options? Well, it's all about 3s and 5s. Simple as that. 3s and 5s. It's of course, a lot more to it, and you'll have to learn Elliott Wave, but it's all about 3s and 5s. Is it 5 off the top, or is it 3? Okay. Is it 5 off the bottom, or is it 3? This tells Elliottians everything. Very easy to trade that way. Okay. All right, that is it in a nutshell. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.